Come here, guys. Come on. Hey. This weekend, I got an unexpected delivery. It was expected, but it wasn't expected this weekend. And that I got a bunch of raspberry starts, and then some apple trees and a couple of plum trees, along with some rhubarb and strawberries. So this weekend's kind of dedicated to around the cabin here. We're going to try to get the trees planted, and if a buddy of mine brings over the mini excavator, I'll get some of these stumps out. Earlier this year, I'd ordered a bunch of apple trees and a couple plum trees, some strawberry plants, raspberry plants, but they were supposed to send an email out when they were going to ship them. I got home Thursday afternoon, and lo and behold, here's the whole friggin' order sitting on my deck. So now I'm back out at the cabin, and we're going to try to get some of these apple trees in. I got to dig the holes a little bit bigger than what's needed because the soil's a little bit alkaline, so I need to lower the pH a bit, and so I'm going to dig the hole a little bit bigger, add a little bit of compost and manure along with some sulfate, and then some organic fertilizer, sulfur, a lot of hogwash. But anyhow, I'm going to continue digging these holes. I'm going to put it on this ridge right out behind the cabin, if you can see it through there. There's the deer stand. I was a little bit worried about this ridge because there's a swamp right in through there, and then on the other side of it a bit. It's high and dry. I've had a hole open here now for 3 days and no water in it, so good drainage. That's, I guess, what the apples want. So we got Jamie from Economy Garages here. He's a friend of mine, and then also a guy that I sub to every now and then. He's here just kind of roughing out the spot for my soon-to-be garden in here. We're going to fill this up a little bit with some gravel. So on Facebook Marketplace, I found a guy that sold 6x8 by 6 foot long timbers, They were used for guardrails on the highway, so they're all green tree. But they're a few years old, so any chemicals are pretty much leached out of them. And once this is backfilled, I'll use those and create a raised bed of a perimeter around 24 by 24. But the beds will only be 3 foot wide. I'll have to explain that as I go a little bit more. But I have to have it basically encaged, otherwise my friendly deer will be in it and loving me for it. Okay guys, what you see here is just me trying to scarify the dirt a little bit here, pull out some of these roots. I'm going to put a raised bed here for strawberry plants. So we'll get going with that here shortly as soon as I can get some of this cleaned up a bit. Hey guys, I have some of these old landscaping timbers. I've been hanging around here forever. So I decided this is where I'm going to put my strawberry patch. Gets a little bit of shade about this time of the day, but the rest of the day stays pretty sunny. So, of course, it's only 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning right now. So I think I'm going to go 3 high and have to go get some dirt and try to get in here. This is just going to be for my strawberry bed. And at home I had a bunch of these 6-inch log screws, so I'm going to go ahead and fasten them down with this, I think. Keep them together. Split my seams. And I'll get back to you guys when I get more of this screwed together. Okay guys, I know it don't look like much, but there's a little raised bed for strawberries. I'm going to go ahead and layer the bottom of it with some cardboard so I don't have to worry about weeds the first year or so. Or at least as much. And then I got to go find some dirt for this. Or should I say, I got to find some soil for this. But yeah, otherwise looking pretty good. It'll hold the dirt in and allow good drainage now that I roughed up the ground there a bit with the excavator. And the other side of that is my raspberries and blueberries. So I'll have strawberries in this raised bed, and then I got some raspberries that we planted last year. And then some raspberries that we planted this year. They haven't taken off yet. I'll have to keep these trimmed back. I don't mind if they go that way or that way, but I don't want them invading the blueberry plants that I put in here. I got 6 of those. I don't know if you can see them. I don't have this mulched yet. Oh yeah, it's coming along. I haven't got the garden area. We got the dirt back here, but I haven't gotten it leveled out yet enough to set my posts here. This will be the raised beds for that area. And then I want to put 2 beds out in front on either side of the stairs. And I'll probably remove these 2 balsams, or spruce I should say, because they're kind of ugly trees and not really doing much, along with maybe that popple. And then I'll try to leave all my birch in here. And that way I'll be able to sit back and watch the garden grow when I get old and retired.
So now you're recording.
So yesterday it got a bit warm out here, so I was afraid I'd dry out the roots. So I figured I'd wait to plant until this morning. But as you see, a little overcast day, but it's not from clouds, it's from the forest fire smoke up in Canada. Okay, I got 2 varieties here. One's a ever-bearing and one's a June-bearing. These are the June-bearing, called Wendy. And I'm just going to let them soak for a couple minutes, even though the directions say not to, so I can hydrate the root systems. As you see, they're damp but not moist. And they're supposed to be 12 inches to 18 inches apart. I'm going to go more on the 12-inch section, because I got quite a few plants. I want to try to get 50 plants in here. It's a 16 by 4 foot bed, so I'll get 3 rows anyhow. I'm going to put the June bearing down on this end. And we're going to cut the roots back to 4 to 6 inches. You only want to plant up to the crown, otherwise they have a tendency of rotting. So we'll go ahead and get these in the ground. Just trying to spread out the roots a bit. Hello.
Is it snowing this morning?
Oh, hell no.
What's the weather like up there?
So guys, what little off-grid homestead would be complete without having some rhubarb plants? So that's what those are. Canadian Red, I believe, is the brand name. And then I got all the strawberries in. So we shall see how they do. Hopefully by the end of the summer they should fill that area up pretty good. on with the next thing.